The scale of it from starting from just an idea to what it is now is crazy. When Joey came in, we was all working normal jobs, and now fast forward a year and a half, none of us work. The right side, which is the community that Joey helped us build, was probably one of the biggest factors that helped us escape that.
So I'm here with Merc and Ozzy. They both are a part of the Graft Kings. I've been working with the Graft Kings for the last year and a half, and I just wanted to get the boys to basically speak on what it was like before working with me and what their situation was prior, and then what it's been like since working with me. So, boys, do you want to take it away in terms of like who you are?
Yeah, life was good before you, bro. The best way to describe it is, with our business, we had a good audience, a good following. We didn't have a niche, and I think we were just kind of open to working with anyone and doing anything, and I think that kind of just made us look a little bit too broad. So Joey coming in helped us kind of specify our niche, and at the same time helped us with better collaborations, because again, it was very inconsistent from our end. We had a couple people approach us, a couple brands, businesses, and it was good, but it was just a bit inconsistent in respect of work and funds. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think in essence we had a community, and the reason we started the podcast in general was to help men, but we didn't have a way of monetizing it. And Joey obviously identified that, and when he came to us with an idea and a proposal, he was like, look, we could build this form of community, we could look at doing X, Y, Z, to actually monetize it, give back to your community, and really utilise kind of the presence that we've built. He came in and kind of did exactly that and built everything, like the back of house stuff for us, pretty much.
Yeah, no, do you know what? I think that's spot on. The back of house stuff when it comes to the operations of the business. Of course, having a brand that's perfect and you know how to be the face of it, but logistically you need to know how to run things in the back when it comes to the numbers, when it comes to monetizing, using your funnel and using that to be able to get what you want out of it.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the reason Joey stood out as well, because we had so many people DMing us being like, let's do this, let's do that. He kind of messaged us using our lingo. And straight away we were a bit like, okay,
Relatability.
yeah, this guy watches our content, he gets it. And then he'd watched pretty much every podcast, all the YouTube videos, like the travel vlogs. So we were like, you know what, this guy kind of gets us, because sometimes working with people that just don't understand you doesn't really align that well.
I agree.
I wish I had a recording of that first call as well. Yo, Mason was proper sticking it on me. He was basically hesitant that I was just going to come in and just fucking like steal from what you've built.
Well, that could happen though. The wrong person entering your business can ultimately have a massive detriment, because again, it could sway you away from the plan or what you're trying to do. And again, just working with people that you're not relatable to, even if they are a good person, I just don't think it will help the business to grow. And it just becomes like a bit of dead weight and unnecessary, like kind of plus one that you need to think about.
Yeah, and it's also, do you want the extra baggage or do you want something that's a hands-off approach?
Yeah.
So like, what would you say in terms of like workload when, I mean, it's going back a while now, but like the workload in terms of leading up to putting it together?
Yeah, it was good to be fair. Like, obviously you planned everything out for us. You were like, you need to record these videos, constantly gave us new ideas, new kind of angles of doing certain things, systemized and planned a lot of the work for us. We just had to kind of film the content, which was great because we didn't really have to think too much about it. And then we went back and forth a few times to kind of like finalise it, organise it, get the scripts right, get everything right, the content right. And then fast forward it like a few months, we've got a very functional men's community that does very well and that has kind of benefited us inside the business and outside the business.
Yeah, like you got to play to your strengths, I suppose, because we was always good at the content side of stuff, but we didn't realise how much external help we needed in respect of delegating certain parts of the business. And I think someone telling us, this is the type of content you need to run, or I think this will engage well with your audience, was the missing link.
What would you say in terms of content, how having that community there now has been able to help with fueling new content or content ideas or even just funding trips?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's one of the, obviously, the thing is with the whole online space is a lot of people chase brand deals, right? And brand deals aren't really guaranteed income. Like that 1 month they're there, the next month they're not. With like a community that's built off the back of our own structure, you know people are in there for the right reasons. You know people are paying money because they see the value in it, and you know it's a reoccurring pay. But any kind of content creator, if you look at the biggest ones, they've either monetized some form of community or they sell some type of kind of personal approach to their audience. No one really makes it rich out of brand deals. Like it's a complete fucking lie. So Joey coming in and showing us that when we didn't really have the experience, we didn't know, like this was all new to us as well. So Joey kind of identified that to us and showed us. And then fast forward it, like I say, we make a good amount of money from it. Everyone in the community makes loads of kind of new educational value, and then everyone's happy. People travel with us. It's changed our lives in terms of the type of people that we've met in there. We've learned off some of the people in there, and the boys, there's people in our community that quit their 9 to 5. So like the scale of it from starting from just an idea to what it is now is crazy, and it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for Joey approaching us and showing us how to do it.
Yeah, I agree. With the same breath, there's no longevity kind of working with brands as well. You want to become like self-efficient and self-reliant to the point where it's your business. It doesn't matter about the money, as long as like you're earning for yourself and you know that money's coming in, then there's more kind of a lifespan in there rather than kind of waiting for a brand to approach you to want to work with you. I think it's great to still work with brands. It shows
social proofing.
Exactly, yeah. It gives like good social proofing to show that you could diversify your business, but at the end of the day, if you earn for yourself or your own business, whether it's for a community or your brand, then you're winning.
And also on the back end of that is having that email list there is way more attractive to brands that you want to work with in the future.
Yeah, 100%. I think having a cult-like following is one thing, but having a cult-like following that actually engages with you, that you can actually utilise to kind of show them new ideas, like kind of influence them in the right way. That's the main thing, because there's influencers out there with millions of followers, and they don't convert fuck all because they don't know how to kind of tailor themselves to their audience. Whereas with us, we might not have the biggest following, but our audience is very cult-like, and our audience is people that want to learn from us and do the similar things that we do. So if you haven't got any, if you just got brand deals, like it doesn't really build any trust. You need to build like a community and give back to the people who actually watch your stuff.
Yeah, the numbers are a little bit of waffle, to be honest. It can seem all pretty from the outside when someone's got 100 odd K, but end of the day, what's your engagement like? People that are following you, are they following you for the right reasons? I think that's why some people with less following can make so much more money than someone who's on 200-300K followers.
Yeah, followers are a myth. People think you need like millions of followers to make loads of money. You don't. We've got like what, 25K on Insta, maybe like
Organic,
20K combined on YouTube, and that's not massive numbers, but I guarantee you we make more money than probably the majority of people who've got more followers than us.
I agree.
What would you say to anyone that's sitting on the fence about working with me, or even just monetizing their own audience in general?
I would say like, what do you have to lose? You're relevant now. You need to make use of that time frame. It's like someone who comes off reality TV, they've always got like a window frame period where they're relevant to be able to do something with their engagement, with their following, until it's too late. So the point of the matter is, like, you're sitting on the fence, why? Like, what do you have to lose? End of the day, if you do things in a professional manner, you've got contracts, you've got deliverables, everything's set out in front of you, then you can't really get hurt as long as you go through that with a fine tooth comb. I think you're okay, but the point is you're more likely to fail if you don't give it a go.
Yeah, I'd say if you're on the fence about starting up working with Joey or building, like monetizing your content, you need to ask yourself, like, how serious are you about making this work? Like, is this a short-term thing where you just like getting a few views on social media, or do you actually want to build like a bit of a legacy? If you want to build a legacy, brand deals aren't going to fucking cut it. You need someone there to help you monetize your system and actually build a personal brand, and without that, you're not really fuck all in this game. You'll get forgotten about tomorrow.
Facts.
And then the good thing is, obviously, when Joey came in, we was all working normal jobs. And now, fast forward a year and a half, none of us work. This is our full-time job, and the right side, which is the community that Joey helped us build, was probably one of the biggest factors that helped us escape that and build a community of men who are now also doing the same fucking thing.
Nicely said. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is